The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Raider Nation, ahoy. This is your captain speaking. Old Raider Nation, Jason. And, there won't be any fancy gifts or cool graphics on this show. And its borderline might not be monetized because I've tried not to become the IRATE pirate, as many of you know me as before I became Raider Nation Jason. But at some point in time, like I once heard in a movie, at some point in time, you have to get mad. Because in another show, I heard someone says, angry might suck, but angry gets shit done. What I saw out there today from the Raider Nation was disheartening. It was dismaying. It was backbreaking. It's odd because this is the second week straight that we've been at home and I knew the game was over in the first half. One of my good friends, DeMarcus, one of my good friends, Captain Nash, who was actually on the show once, we talk all the time. We talk Raider football all the time. And last week, I texted him in the first half of the Chiefs game, even though the game wasn't over. And I was like, bro, it's over. We're done. He was like, wait, you saying we done? What has happened to this team over the course of this season has been absolutely out of control. From the John Gruden emails gutting the organization to the Henry Ruggs incident breaking the heart of the organization to the Damon Arnett incident, which broke the face of the organization. The Raiders are in serious trouble, and it starts from the top on down. I was thinking about doing a State of the Union show, but after looking at some of these things, like today, Derek Carr, what is this? 19 for 27, 215, one strike to the zone. Josh Jacobs is no longer Josh the Ripper. 9 carries for 37 yards. The wall, Darren Waller, he did his part, over 100 yards receiving. Hunter Renfrow tries. Foster Moreau in that big touchdown catch. But Derek Carr, I'm going to aim this at you. I've been the biggest Carr supporter since you came into the league. I don't know why I liked him when he first came into the league as a Raider. Maybe because the Raiders drafted him and he's a homegrown guy. But after 8 years in a league, when you realize that things are not going properly on the field, I don't care if it's Gruden. I don't care if it's Coach Bisaccia. I don't care if it's Bill Belichick. When you realize things aren't going right as a veteran quarterback, you have to take over on the field. See Aaron Rodgers. These are people that manage the game as they see it happening, and they don't just rely on the play calling in hand. Now, the sucky part is the offensive line is abysmal. The offensive line sucks. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with that. That rotating, revolving door that we call an offensive line has to be addressed in the offseason. And I'm talking about during free agency. I'm not talking about during the draft because the Raiders don't draft well. In the past couple of years, the only draft prospects that or our draft picks that are even panning out, really, not barring the rookies from this year, I guess Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs has fallen off, Abrams has fallen off. Brian Edwards is not a first receiver. I found so many things out about our team in these 2 weeks that first, Coach Bisaccia, you'll never be a head coach in the NFL. It's just not your bag. Hopefully when this is all over with, you can slide back and you can be the special teams coach because they seem to really like you. Head coaching is not what you were built for. I don't know if it's talking about Mike Tomlin or Eric Bieniemy or any other coaches that are supposed to be associated with the Raider Nation in the offseason. I don't really care. It's a shame that we picked up Deshaun Jackson, and in these 2 weeks, he's gotten 2 looks. One, he caught it. He completely screwed up with that fumble. The other one was today on a jet sweep, which was horribly blown up. The Raiders are in such a state of disarray after starting the season so strong. And yes, it did start with the John Gruden thing, which of course he's seeking legal action against the NFL, which he probably is going to win. It's not because Henry Ruggs, who clearly has meant so much to this offense, that they are completely without an identity now. We're not even a downfield threat anymore. All the things that made us so enthusiastic about this season has been turned all the way down. The defense, our defensive front is really good. That's the one takeaway from this game. Our defensive front is very, very good. Barring the ridiculously bonehead penalties by Ngakoue and Crosby over the past couple of weeks, the way that those edge rushers come off, they got all my respect. The run stopping ability. I even see Cleve Farrell in the run stopping ability sometimes. Our secondary, I'm not quite sure if it's because our coaching is not good or I don't know what it is. Something has to change. The Raiders are at a point where you owe our fans. You owe us. The ones who sit there and wear this gear and who go into these conversations knowing that we're a 4-12, just a bottom line team, and we go into these conversations, you don't give us any weapons to fight with. I honestly don't see the Raiders winning 3 or 4 more games this season. We're going to finish the season with 8 wins, maybe 9, if we eke out a win that we're not supposed to have. I don't see us winning on Thanksgiving. Even though the Dallas Cowboys are in there getting smashed right now, I don't see them losing to us. Our offense, for some reason, for the past couple of years, seems to wake up when the game is gone. When it's, fourth quarter and it's already 30 points away, or the time is already winding down, do we start to go down the field and start to try some of these plays? The play calling is just, it's not creative. It's nothing new. It's very 14-year-old playing Madden style play calling. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, besides everything I've listed, I don't know internally what the problem is. Derek Carr, you have to lead this team. If you want to be Captain Carr, you have to lead these men. By the way, special shout out to Style Like a Boss by Sadria, this shirt. League villain since 1960, Raider Nation. I love this shirt. She also does my Raider Nation Jason shirts for my podcast. She does my cups. She pretty much does everything. Style Like a Boss by Sadria. I'll be putting her link up on the screen. So visit her for anything, any team, any piece of paraphernalia, everything from shirts and hats to Christmas ornaments. Whatever it is you want, my sister can take care of it. So League villain since 1960. I absolutely love this shirt. My Raider Nation Jason, the Hockey Mask Shield shirt, you've seen that one. So I'll totally be sending her and putting her link up on there. So please go and visit her. And if you made it this far during the video, I'm begging you for a subscribe to help out the channel. The Raider Nation, the channels are not always on the up and up. They're not always consistent. I want to start being consistent, win, lose, or draw. But back to the game. I'm looking at some of the notes I took. Our first half play calling was abysmal. I'm not sure if it's DC or OC, Derek Carr, or our offensive coordinator. The play calling is just so unoriginal. It's just tacky. It's 3rd and 12. Like, why the hell are you running a screen pass? Why are you running a halfback draw? Why are you running a play that's only designed? That trickery stuff doesn't really work in the NFL, y'all. It doesn't really work on any NFL by and large. That's why they leave that stuff to niggas playing Madden, or the people playing Madden. My apologies. I'm just so furious right now. I'm looking at how we're missing Alec Ingo, how you see how he was our version of Lorenzo Neal. He was a blocking nightmare, and he can catch. Somebody has to step up, man. It's like, Zay Jones, you're fast, but you're not that guy. We got guys like Dalvin Lemon and Rodney and Teamer on the field. These dudes act like they play caller, these playmakers, and they're not. These are guys that deserve to be on the practice field. That's where they were. But because of our inability to draft and obviously pick out good players, this is what we left with. We are 28th in rushing the football in the NFL. 28th. Our running attack is a joke. I used to call you Jackpot James, Jackpot Josh, Josh the Ripper. You can't stay healthy. You can't generate that yards after the contact like you did the seasons prior. Your longest rush of the season was today, and it wasn't even that impressive. I have no idea what's going on with our run game. Ken Drake is doing the best he can. I see why you signed him to more money now. Third down. Oh, my goodness. I look at our third down woes, and the bad part is we have third down problems on offense and defense. That's just coaching. Third down and 3, we can't convert. Third down and 2, we can't convert. But our defense sure as hell gives up a 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 22. Stop them on a big sack, but what happens? You get an unnecessary roughness call, a bonehead call after the play, and gives them life. And what happens? They score 2 plays later. It's a lack of discipline, a lack of leadership on this team. They don't even play like they were there to win. They literally played with this energy. I looked at the end of the first half with 2 timeouts. You didn't even attempt to drive the ball down the field for a field goal. You didn't even try. Are we that mentally defeated on the field that these guys aren't even trying anymore? That's crazy. It's like Kenyon Drake just said, find another profession. If you're not trying to score, if you're not trying to give everything on every play for these fans, for the people who pay their hard-earned money, their time to come and watch you, and this is what you give us? That offensive line, man, like I said, it's just, I guess any quarterback is good when you give them time to pick apart the defense and kind of do what they want to do. But Derek Carr, his inability to be dynamic, you know what I mean? I understand you don't have a number 1 wide receiver, but you've never had a number 1 wide receiver. I'm blown away, y'all. I am blown away about how poorly this team played today and last week and the week before that. You lost to the Giants, blown out by the Chiefs, crushed by the Bengals. You don't give us any weapons to fight with when we go out there and we try to defend our team. This isn't Raider Nation Jason talking anymore. This is the IRATE Pirate. That's why I didn't put the Raider Nation Jason shirt on today, because I am pissed off at Las Vegas right now. The house is not winning. People aren't betting on black. It's crazy, man. What do you think the problem is? If you're watching this video, you made it this far, tell me what you think the problem is. What's wrong with the Raiders right now? How can we fix it? Can it be fixed? Is it time to go ahead and just gut the whole coaching staff? I think Gus Bradley's at a bang-up job. I think he deserves to stay. Coach Olsen does not belong in the offensive coordinator position. You've proved that it wasn't you calling any of those plays. Coach Rich Bisaccia, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not quite sure how to spell it, but it doesn't even matter. Because before John Gruden's incident, 98% of the Raider Nation had no idea who you were. Never heard your name. And it's going to go back to that the moment this season is over with. Give the fans something to cheer for, man. You're going against one of the most hated football franchises in a couple of days on Thanksgiving. You have to win that game. You got to. I'm pissed off, man. Like I'm genuinely upset at what the Raiders have been doing the past couple of weeks, and it shows no signs of getting better. Like, this isn't even, and they got this clown on the screen. Get this crap off my screen, jeez. So, like I said, I'm just dismayed right now, dude. I'm not quite sure what to say or what to do, but I'm a captain. And as any real captain will tell you, I'm going down with the ship. I'm not going to abandon my Raiders. I'm here. Heartbroken. Standing outside in the freezing rain. Stomach rumbling because I'm starving for a good season. Starving out here. Famished. I'm pissed off. I am pissed off. The November nosedive strikes again in Las Vegas. Nation, what do y'all think we need to do, bro? What changes do y'all think we need to make? Like, what needs to happen? What do we need to draft? Who do we need to throw away? Who do we need to cycle back around? Who do we need to pick up? What do we need to do? Give me some of your honest thoughts out there. Because like I said, I'm not going to abandon the ship. I'm going down with the ship. I've been doing this since the 80s, man. I've been doing this since 88. I was 4 years old. I've been a Raiders fan. LA, Oakland, Vegas, doesn't make me any difference. Doesn't make any difference to me at all. I'm a Raiders fan. And I will always be a Raiders fan. But that doesn't mean that I can't be disappointed and dismayed. And if you take this as, oh, you ain't no Raiders fan and you can kiss my ass, dude. And I really mean it to all the people who, the moment you criticize their favorite player is, the real Raiders fans wouldn't criticize horse shit. Yes, we will. Because at some point in time, somebody has to get mad around here. It sure as hell doesn't seem to be the players. Doesn't seem to be the coaching staff. Only people that's mad are the people who spending their money, giving their time up to watch y'all. It's one of the greatest sports franchises in the history of mankind. I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about sports, professional sports. The Raiders are one of a small elite group of world-class, world-recognized sports franchises in places that don't even have American football. People know who the Raiders are. People know who the Cowboys are, the Niners, the Steelers, the Bears, the Packers. You're in that number. You just owe us. You just owe us on such a massive scale that it's unfathomable. It's so much blame to go around. It's so much blame to go around with this team right now. And I don't see us winning 3 or 4 more games this season. It is what it is. Like, damn, this early. I never thought with the way we started that already I'm talking about the draft. 7 more games to go. We're not winning all 7. Hell, we still got, what? The Browns. The Chargers again. The Broncos. The Chiefs again. The Cowboys coming up. Washington. We might not even beat Washington. That's insane. I'm done, man. I'm not walking the plank. I'm not abandoning this ship. I'm going down to Davy Jones' locker with this ship. With this silver and black ship. Old Raider Nation Jason, the IRATE Pirate. I'm going down with the ship. Win, lose, or draw. I love this team. It's never off season for me. I'm always talking about the Raiders. I love the Raiders. Even when y'all are unlovable. Heartbroken. Steaming mad. But you see what I'm wearing. You see what's in my background. I ain't going nowhere. It is what it is. So, I guess on to the next one where we have... Speaking of, well, like I said, we have the Cowboys. Then we got to finish up the NFC East. And, yeah. I don't really know what to say, man. I don't really know what to do right now. So let me change that. I don't know what to do, but I do know what to say. We are a nation. We are the nation. We are the Raider Nation. This is your captain speaking. Take it easy.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.